This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Jack Threads.
Lindsey Graham, a senator from South Carolina, is an odd man. He sometimes you like him no matter what because he says things that seem reasonable, but he doesn't usually follow that up with anything reasonable. Let's listen to clip number 5. First of all, Jr. This is Lindsey Graham talking about the president and Libya.
So I just want to make clear I understand. Are you saying that the problem is the definition of the mission or the fact that we're letting the French and the British take the lead?
At the definition of the mission, we used to relish leading the free world. Now it's almost like leading the free world is an inconvenience. I want to be a good partner. I want the Arab world, young Arabs and young Iranians, see us as a strong, effective partner for their hope and dreams of being free. And I think the president has caveated this way too much. It's almost like it's a nuisance. This is a great opportunity to replace a tyrannical dictator who is not a legitimate leader, who is an international crook, and we should seize the moment and talk about replacing him, not talking about how limited we will be.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham talking about the president seeing that leading the free world is an inconvenience. Then he used the word caveated. I'm not really sure what caveated means. I don't know that it's a word. He's a senator, so I'll let him use it. But I don't see how he thinks that this, I mean, that anything, it should never be a convenience to take your army and take your assets and bomb another country. It should always be an inconvenience. And whether or not you have a coalition or not, it seems that the free world that Senator Graham is talking about is pretty much hell-bent on removing this dictator, removing this tyrannical man, this tyrannical leader. And I think that, you know, Lindsey Graham has been a senator in the Republican Party through 8 years of a Republican presidency at least. And during that time, there were plenty of times to take out tyrants where he thought that it was a convenience. Or I don't know why going into Iraq was any more convenient than going into Libya. The president does not see this as something that is a convenience or an inconvenience. It's a terrible word to use. I feel like no president wants to do this. But wait a second. George W. Bush wanted to do this. It was a real convenience for him because he could go in there and just with, you know, Indiana Jones, go in there with whips and chains and get rid of Saddam, who tried to kill his daddy. Well, that's not where we're going now. And that's not how things should be run. And that's not how President Obama is doing it either. And whatever you think about this mission, whatever problems you have with it, to say that that he's treating it like an inconvenience, every president should be treating this as an inconvenience, not a convenience. Let's listen to more from our friend Lindsey Graham talking about that same part of the world and the same things he's doing. This is with Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. This is clip number 7, Jr.
This whole deterioration in the Mideast is because of indecisive leadership. The people in Yemen and Bahrain do not believe there's a downside of shooting their own people because we let Gaddafi come back and get stronger, not weaker. So if we deal with Gaddafi decisively, we'll have better leverage in Bahrain and Yemen, and the Iranians will think twice. But if we don't deal with him decisively, all hell is going to break loose in the Mideast because nobody's going to follow a weak America.
Right, so everything that's going on is because America is weak. Because in Bahrain, a place that I'm sure Lindsey Graham, well, I shouldn't say that. He probably knew where it was on a map because there's probably a lot of oil in Bahrain. In fact, there is a lot of oil in Bahrain. But to all of a sudden say that everything that's happening over there is because of indecisiveness and weakness on the Americans' part, because we left a country alone after waiting to see how their civil war played out, that is the reason for the deterioration of the Middle East. Well, it worked in Tunisia, it worked in Egypt. Why is it all of a sudden, because we didn't go into Libya, that Bahrain is going to explode because of us? Because we're going to have the Arab world crumbling around us because we were weak and indecisive. No, we weren't. We just decided not to get involved in a civil war. And if we're involved in a civil war right now, it's because we have a tyrannical dictator, as is Muammar Gaddafi, according to Lindsey Graham, in Libya, trying to defy a UN-sanctioned no-fly zone, trying to not regard his own ceasefire and flatten cities within his own country. I don't know that we were necessarily entitled to go in there, but when a coalition is built and you have the United Nations, which was created for things like this, saying that it's okay to enforce a no-fly zone, and that no-fly zone is being ignored by the person about whom it was established or for whom it was established, then it's time. Then it is time, and if in fact you think that these things are important, you should do that. But I don't think that it was indecisiveness here that has caused North Africa to break apart. If anything, it was the coddling of these leaders, of these emirs and sheiks in Saudi Arabia, in Bahrain, in Tunisia and Libya, all over that area by Republicans, by America for so many years. It was a decision to not decide there that has created this, but it's not just America. We have allowed these dictators to operate for years, and these are the chickens coming home to roost. And frankly, the things that have happened in Egypt and Tunisia are encouraging. What was starting to happen in Libya was encouraging. As soon as it became discouraging, a coalition went in there to try and make sure that it didn't continue on that path. So I think Lindsey Graham, once again, is wrong-headed about this.
Jack Threads is a new sponsor for TYT. They're a members-only online shopping club, but because you know us, you're going to get in. Aren't we cool? But here's a key part to it, 80% off. Hello, up to 80% off of some of the top apparel lines in the country. Game over.
Right.
So go to jackthreads.com/TYT because it's free to join, and you get all those discounts, and you avoid the pain in the ass. The ending of this commercial is a little schwang wang wang.